Visible is this amazing project that connects community, youth mental health and art to heal communities and young people in their recovery in mental ill health. It's a great opportunity for young people to interact with each other, share stories and create some awesome and meaningful art. And we were also able to connect with 3 exceptional artists from migrant and refugee backgrounds.
I'm from a Muslim community, Arab community, Lebanese. I'm from the area community, Bankstown.
I feel like I feel connected in is just in the Western Sydney community. We make our own culture here.
The artists also identify as young multicultural people with mental health lived and living experiences. We're creating peer spaces that are peer-led, where people in our own communities are amplifying our own voices. It's so powerful for something to be actually lived and living experience led.
Getting to know the other storytellers was amazing because everyone allowed themselves to be vulnerable, share their stories in a safe place, and everyone was able to lift everyone else up and empower them. I loved that because it lets you dig deeper into yourself and ask yourself questions.
Some main themes that came about were things about identity and a sense of belonging. How a lot of young people, they're first-gen migrants, that feeling between being split between their 2 identities of, not being Australian enough or not being from their cultural background enough, and just that experience of how do you fit in, how do you belong, or what does that mean to them.
What surprised me was how similar our stories were and how much of the same pain and struggles we felt. When each of us started opening up and sharing very, very personal stories, it just struck home with every single person in this room. Shared struggle is one thing that I saw a lot throughout this workshop. And everyone's coping with their struggle in a different way, but also just so much love and support and care for each other.
Then we got into a conversation of what we're going to need from each other if we're going to be able to explore the themes and the emotions that were there for people in their stories and journeys, which is where we got the big theme of Big Talk, which was a conversation of things that may be seen as hard to talk about or taboo, things that maybe aren't normally shared in this kind of space. And it was a theme that kept coming up was Big Talk, and that what we need if we're going to have Big Talk.
Big Talk was this idea of sharing really deep conversations, personal stories on topics around mental health or other topics that were taboo in the young people's communities and cultures.
We all struggle, I know that not only from my community, from the Vietnamese community, I know everyone in Western Sydney have a similar experience. There's still trauma that get passed on from that community, from your generation to the next. And I think today we're trying to stop that for us to release our problems and just put it onto something, put it onto a beautiful medium.
The reveal, it was, I would say, breathtaking. I love how everyone was reacting positively to it, especially seeing the colors. I was actually my audience to feel this nostalgic, and then they actually resonate with it. So I love it.
Some of the main breakthroughs were seeing how young people would light up hearing other people's stories and being like, oh, me too. And, seeing how they were inspiring each other as well.
I wanted to tell my story and I wanted to not feel shame about my story.
To be honest, it's very therapeutic, just getting my message out and just seeing my message being visible.
To destigmatize mental health within the Muslim community, just to show them that it's not as scary as they think it is, and it's okay not to be okay, and seeking help shouldn't be an issue.
Everything about the project itself reminded me why I'm doing what I'm doing is important.
I think one thing I'd like people to know, not just about my community, but about their communities, is watch out for the people who are slipping away. Watch out for the people that are on the edges and don't feel like they belong. We really, really, really need to seek help, because you never know where that will take you and how much that could help you really find yourself.
It was a great opportunity to hear their stories, hear ways that we're all connected with each other, to make some great art and see how art helps us heal, but also how art helps us share stories with each other. Understand that we're not alone in this world, and we're not alone in our struggles.